fucked. I need those V-Force ones apparently.
Fuck, that thing's loud. Holy, look at all the snowmobiles. What are we doing today, Nigel?
We're swapping out our shitty old stock reeds and putting in some V-Force reeds.
That's right, we're installing some power today.
It's been a few years. Probably should be done anyways.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Thought we'd upgrade.
That's right. Might as well upgrade to something good. How much damage, how many dollars of damage do you think we did on the weekend? I didn't...
Yours locked?
No, mine's fine.
You don't sound very convincing now.
No, she's good. That's good.
No, let's just close the door before the cops show up now. This ice came from a long way away.
That's import.
Grade A Revelstoke snow.
She walk and take it order pre. Alright, so I'm not actually helping these guys do anything. I'm gonna supervise because how many times a day do you think I have to do stuff like this? Nigel's well into her, he's already got his exhaust off. Ben's bumper is so fucked up that he has to loosen it off so he can actually get his hood off. You need me to pull in the bumper?
Yeah.
Okay. I might need to use 2 hands for this one. Hold on. Let me know if you need help with that. That's just a brace.
Huh?
You can take it out on the other side too if you don't want to lose it.
This is the goods.
That's the goods. There'll be a 13 mil nut on the back. Here is where things start getting fun. And oh yeah, we can do this without pulling your clutch. Easy. Hopefully we can do it on Ben's too.
Start taking the bolts off here.
Oh yeah, fuck, we don't need to take off no clutches. Look at that. Not a lot in there once you take out everything. Don't rip off those oil lines. Take them off nicely. Once you get all the screws off, yeah.
A little more down the bottom point. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Might have to get that one for actually. Or did you get all yours, Nigel?
Nigel's is done. Alright, so here we go. Here's our new V-Force 3 reeds. I'm just gonna take this from you. These are our stalkers. So these ones are definitely gonna be more tougher. And what do they call them for performance-wise? 4, 5, 6 horsepower?
Oh fuck, yeah. Well, I don't...
Something like that.
Horsepower.
This has more horsepower. Apparently this has more horsepower. These definitely, these Cat ones, I've seen them actually start to crack and stuff after about 1,200 clicks of riding. These ones are in good shape. These ones will make good spares. I wouldn't throw these ones out by any means. But these ones, I've never actually seen V-Force reeds fail. So let's do the cutting that we need to on this guy. And let's put them in. So there's your stock reed assembly. So if you don't know, reed valve, that's just basically a one-way valve. So air can go in this way, but as soon as air tries to come the other way, that valve will close. So these are opening basically as many times as your engine is rotating. So that lets air into the bottom end of your engine and then sent back up to the top end where your fuel mixture, your charge combusts. So these are no good. Well, I mean, these are good, but we're going to install something better. So the issue here on these Cats is when you're installing the stock reed valve assembly. Here's your intake boot with your oil injector. Here's the stock reed valve. They go nicely together. So here's the V-Force reed valve assembly. There's a problem. that doesn't fit into that like how that fits into that. So on your intake boot here, we're gonna have to do a little bit of cutting. This is stage 1. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this little flare, this little flange here. Alright, give me the other 3. Getting there.
Take a look right inside there. What do you see going on in there? See shit moving?
So there they are. They're all nice and polished off. And look at that. Now they fit together. No more clearance issues. So now we're going to get our gaskets and we're going to install these on both our machines.
We got the new reeds, and we're gonna throw... It comes with 4 gaskets. One for the top side to go against the engine block. And you gotta put it up so you can see the V-Force 3 up top, so you can show off to your friends that you got V-Force reeds.
Technically, they can go in any way you want.
But this is the way, it's the proper way to do it.
That's, you want to be able to, yeah, see that you got those in there. So Make sure you put the label where you can see it.
Snug fit.
Parts are just falling out.
Parts falling everywhere. You got your other boot. And there's another gasket for that. The back side to go against this reed.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick the oil on first because I'm smart.
Yep. Don't forget to put your oil line on. Super important.
Make sure there's a little finger clamp here. You can just pull it right up. And it's snug. Place it against your reed.
There you go. And then you just put
Put a
your
bolt
screws
in.
in.
Easy peasy.
You got her. Did you get that, Ben?
Kinda.
You got her? I just use my built-in torque wrench right here and snug it up.
Fucking strong guy over there breaking those 10 mil bolts.
Breaking wheel studs all the fucking time.
You're breaking wheel studs.
Why do you think they're all breaking?
You need to fucking tone her down at the gym, I think.
Eat more vegetables.
Let's check on Ben. Let's see how Ben's doing. Ben, how you doing over here?
Fucking sending it like Larry over here.
Look at that. You like using that cute little screwdriver to put that on?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. You should see how Ben does on camera when you're not fucking yelling at him all the time.
It's fucking... Next time we go do some filming, you're staying at the hotel.
I wasn't even yelling at you. I was just giving you directions.
You're being fucking
Hey.
stupid.
You're being fucking stupid. Listen, you're the jackass standing there like Captain Morgan.
Is that me?
This time lapse we got going over here is basically just going to be of your guys' asses. I'm starting to realize.
Yes.
So now we're going to do the most important part of this whole job.
We are going to find your oil pump linkage.
It's going to be hard to see what I'm doing. You can, yeah, that's what I'm holding on to. We're going to hit your throttle full throttle so the little arm comes up to where it needs to be. And then you're going to struggle with it a little, like I am. And you're going to pull it right back and click it right back onto where it needs to be. That's your oil pump linkage. This little black knob goes down to an arm.
And what does it just have a little wrist pin on there or something that holds it?
It's just actually just a little friction fit. So it pops over this little nub here.
I see.
And then, so I mean, I can't even take it off with my hand.
I see. You gotta actually pull on it.
You actually have to pull on it. And yeah, there's a timing way down there that you won't be able to see, but there's timing for it. And yeah, you just make sure that that's hooked up. That's the most important part of this, is making sure your oil pump's hooked up.
That and the hoses on the bottom of the throttle bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, making sure all the oil's hooked up when you're done.
Oh, the tube's in the wrong spot. And
This is...
wire's not right.
This has to go somewhere else.
Wire's got to go somewhere else.
That's your steering post. It wasn't zip tied to that.
No, this right here.
Was it?
Yep.
It was not.
That's why I asked for cutters.
Let me look. Let me see where that's supposed to... No, I'm gonna go look where it's supposed to be. Right now. Holy fuck. I don't think mine's supposed to be like that. Walk her out, Blythe. Well, what do you guys think?
Job well done.
Job well done? Did they start?
See if they start, yeah.
Let's see if they run. Oh my lord, that was loud.
Nigel,
Yeah.
you gotta beat the 440s today, bud.
I'll do my best, the LOT grace.
Yeah, these prairie boys know how to side hill, so you better show them up.
Oh, yeah. We'll get her.
You'll be passing them, I'm thinking, today, but...
A little 15 extra horsepower.
Yesterday,
30 extra horsepower.
30.
That's what it says.
Oh,
For both of you combined.
No.
we're gonna have to
Just
pull.
one.
We'll have to unbolt our hoods and show everyone the V-force on the reed there.
Yeah.
Pulling the hoods off is so much fun.
Just brag a little bit.
All right, we're gonna go rip up some snow and have some hot dogs. y'all got all your sleds running here, having a fire, having some weenies. And then these guys over here.
Look at them.
Look at them. Everybody's got their hood open. Everybody's wrenching on stuff. Looking good, gentlemen.
I'm just worried about dinner.
Yeah, we just want our dinner and our drinks. Yeah.
No.
What is that thing?
Well, that's some condiments with a little bit of hot dog and some bun. Mostly condiments, though.
You better have a big old bite of that thing.
No, that's gonna make a mess. Not on camera.
No, have at her. So, what do you think of the V-Force reeds?
They're good.
Big difference?
I feel like, I mean, if you're looking for a super increase, this wouldn't be the way to go, but throttle response is kind of a little quicker, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, for me anyways, maybe mine just had to be changed. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've noticed a big difference on mine. I'm a 2015 Cat. Ben's 2016. His shit's pretty much brand new. I don't know. You have to ask him.
Ben, what do you think of your reeds?
I feel more mid to top range.
Yeah.
Bottom end still kind of feels the same, but I'd say mid to top range. It's more crisp. I'd say. A little more throttle response.
Mine's snappier at the beginning.
Is it?
Maybe just because mine's better, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it did any harm. That's for sure.
No. Didn't hurt anything.
So the verdict on the reeds is, if you're looking for a whole bunch more power, probably not the way to go, huh?
I mean, for the price, try them out.
Yeah, it's good. You're never going to get like turbo quality out of it, but they're better than the stock ones, no doubt.
It's definitely a fun install. Pulling everything off the front there, checking out what's going on.
If you want to learn something about your engine, throw these in.
Seeing how the stock ones function and what these ones are compared to them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You learn a bunch, and if your sled's a few years old, maybe worth a check anyways. So
Yeah, they do tend, I've seen them blow as low as 1,200 clicks. It seems right around the 2,500 click range. They like to start blowing up, so worth an inspection anyway.
If your sled's not that old and it's not bent up, I would definitely advise doing these reeds now, because taking apart bent shit and then putting it back together, it's not the funnest thing to do, I'm telling you. So
it's not easy putting bent stuff back on.
So if you want to do these reeds, don't wait too long. Like Matt said, they may fail at around 1,200 and everything's not bent up. Probably be a pretty clean, easy install.
Thanks everybody for
Oatmeal.
watching. We'll see everybody in the next one, where we'll be in. Shut up, you guys.